Imagine being crowned the most dangerous boxer in the world before the age of 21. Now imagine losing it all: money, fame, freedom, and having to fight your way back from disgrace. This is the raw, unfiltered story of Mike Tyson, a street kid turned champion, a legend marred by scandal, and a man who survived himself. Born on June 30th, 1966 in Brooklyn, New York, Michael Gerard Tyson had anything but an easy start. Raised in a rough Brownsville neighborhood, Tyson's childhood was defined by poverty, crime, and chaos. His father left early. His mother struggled. By the time he was 13, Mike had been arrested nearly 40 times. He wasn't just a troubled kid. He was angry, violent, and unpredictable. But there was something else beneath the rage: raw power. At a juvenile detention center, Tyson met Counselor Bobby Stewart, a former boxer. Stewart noticed Tyson's freakish strength and natural ability. He introduced him to Cus D'Amato, a legendary trainer who would change his life forever. D'Amato saw more than potential. He saw destiny. He took Tyson in as a son, giving him not just boxing training, but structure, discipline, and love. Cus taught him the peekaboo defense, mental strength, and the philosophy of becoming a champion. Tyson trained like a machine. At 14, he knocked out grown men. At 18, he turned pro, and within 2 years, he was destroying everyone. On November 22nd, 1986, at just 20 years old, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history, knocking out Trevor Berbick in the second round. The world had never seen anything like him. He was fast, explosive, and terrifying. A 220-pound wrecking ball with the speed of a middleweight. From 1986 to 1990, Tyson was unstoppable. He unified all the heavyweight belts, knocking out legends like Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks. He wasn't just winning, he was demolishing opponents. Most fights didn't last beyond the third round. But behind the gloves, Mike was spiraling. After Cus D'Amato died in 1985, Mike lost his moral compass. He surrounded himself with yes men, partied recklessly, and married actress Robin Givens in a toxic, tabloid-fueled relationship. The marriage ended in disaster, public interviews, and allegations of abuse. In 1990, Tyson faced Buster Douglas in Tokyo. He was unprepared, unfocused, and for the first time, human. Douglas shocked the world, knocking Tyson out in the 10th round. The myth was broken. Tyson's invincibility was gone. But worse was coming. In 1991, Tyson was accused of raping 18-year-old beauty pageant contestant Desiree Washington. The trial was swift and controversial. Tyson maintained his innocence, but the jury didn't buy it. In 1992, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. The world watched as one of boxing's greatest fell from grace. In prison, Tyson read philosophy, converted to Islam, and trained in silence. He served 3 years and was released in 1995. He returned to boxing, but something was missing. The fire was dimmer. The chaos still burned. He won some fights, including regaining the WBC and WBA titles. But then came Evander Holyfield. In 1996, Tyson lost to Holyfield by TKO. Their 1997 rematch would become one of the most infamous moments in sports history. In the third round, frustrated and overwhelmed, Tyson bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear. The world recoiled. Tyson was disqualified, fined $3 million, and suspended from boxing. For years, he wandered, fighting lower-tier opponents, going broke, battling addiction. He filed for bankruptcy in 2003, despite earning over $300 million in his career. He lost his daughter Exodus in a tragic accident. He admitted to drug abuse, depression, and suicidal thoughts. And then, slowly, quietly, Mike Tyson began to rebuild. In the 2010s, he reemerged as a storyteller, honest, raw, and self-aware. His one-man Broadway show, Undisputed Truth, revealed a new Tyson, a man who could reflect, cry, and laugh at his own demons. He voiced cartoon characters. He became a podcast host. He opened up about his mental health. And in 2020, at age 54, he returned to the ring in an exhibition fight against Roy Jones Jr. Not for glory, but for the love of the sport. The world didn't laugh anymore. They applauded. Mike Tyson is a paradox, a man shaped by violence who now preaches peace, a fighter who once destroyed lives but now saves them with his story. He once said, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." Tyson was punched by life again and again, but he got up again and again. And that's why, even after all the madness, people still listen when Mike Tyson speaks. From prison to podcasts, from knockout king to cult icon, from villain to redemption. This is not just a story of a boxer, it's the story of a man. If this story moved you, subscribe to Random Stories for more faceless, AI-narrated journeys into the lives behind the headlines. Because real legends aren't perfect. They survive.